Hey everybody, welcome to the Sky Lounge, and this is Cruise Peruse episode number 79. Boys and girls, I know I'm repping the Lakers jersey. I know I'm gonna have to flash my tits here. I know you just got a glimpse of that shit, and I know you motherfuckers want to talk about some NBA action, but I gotta talk about the Women's World Cup first. Not gonna lie to you, I've been having a great time watching that shit, but you know what, actually, no, let's talk about that first, because I'll tell you what, the whole Lakers talk, that might drive me over the edge. Hopefully not literally, that because there isn't really an edge here in Las Vegas. But Women's World Cup action yesterday, quarterfinals began, England versus Norway. And I gotta say, England was unbelievably impressive last night. I'm watching that game, I'm watching that match and thinking, wow, England looks spectacular. They have looked clinical in that match against Norway, and Norway looked like they had no answers. They absolutely looked like they had no answers. And I watched that whole match through and through. To see England get a goal from the third minute, and I'm not gonna lie, they scored in the third minute of the opening period, and to just keep it going all the way to score 3 goals by the 56th minute, which that third goal by Lucy Bronze, I mean, kudos and shout out to Lucy Bronze for a fucking delicious goal like that. I mean, just Beth Mead off a set piece just pitches it off to her, like just a slight pass outside the box, and one-time touch just nets that in with the fucking velocity and power, and it just goes in top fucking top of the goalpost, and it's just in. It's fucking brilliant. And this is the kind of thing, you know, where people who like soccer / football and completely ignore the Women's World Cup, I say you guys are missing out, man. And I know people get on the excuse, oh, this because they're women. I'm like, dude, all right, man. Like, if your dick has that much of a fucking ego that you can't accept the fact that there's good sports being played regardless of the gender, kudos, man. Have fucking fun with that goddamn life. But I'm out here enjoying some Women's World Cup right now, because today, boys and girls, you know what time it is. U.S. Women's National Team is going to be facing France in the quarterfinals. This is a big one. Obviously, France being the host nation can be slightly favored. However, I still believe the U.S. Women's National Team is going to win this. I know I said the England-Norway match, either on the podcast or on the Cruise Peruse, I said it's going to be a very close match where Norway crawls back. No, that match was totally a England domination. Unfortunately for England, they missed a penalty, and that was off of Nikita Paris. Is it Nikita Paris or Nikia Paris? I forget her first name, but Paris for England in France misses her second penalty. After she was 8, like before that, she was 8 of 8. And then a penalty against Argentina and a penalty against Norway, she missed both. And it wasn't even a miss. She shot straight at the keeper. That was the fucking problem. Okay, she shot straight at the keeper. And I won't lie to you, as good and dominating as England looked, I could also give the argument that Norway looked absolutely horrendous. And there's a lot of question marks in England's match, in England's game, particularly that defense. Questionable defense in terms of ball control and maintaining, you know, that focus in the back third. So we'll see how it goes in the semifinals for England, and this is only their second time in the semifinals, so congratulations to the Lioness on getting to the semifinals. Hopefully the U.S. will meet you there. And yes, it is France versus USA today, not the fucking newspaper, but it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. And I know Megan Rapinoe has just been, you know, firing off along with their teammates, you know, on visiting the White House after the win. But again, this is all a lot of malarkey in regards to the fact that it hasn't even, you haven't even gone to the final yet, guys. We have to just do our jobs. That's the whole thing right now with with the United States, in the social setting. I feel like anytime you mention Trump, the pitchforks come up, the fucking protesting, all this shit comes up. And I say to them this, I'm like, listen, man, I know he's frustrating. I know he's not the greatest. I know there's a lot of question marks. But kind of like a team sport, don't you want the entire country to do well? Are you actively rooting against the president just because, there are certain things I don't like about him? But man, to just go off and fire off and say you're not going to go to the White House when you clearly haven't even been done with this competition yet. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they started saying, Rapinoe started saying this in the round of 16. And again, I love Rapinoe. She's fucking awesome. I mean, if I could, I'd get a jersey of hers right away. Rapinoe, Morgan, or Lloyd. Those are my three jersey choices. Or Horan, actually, or Hurts. I like all the players. They're fucking awesome in terms of quality of play. But the stuff you're saying off the pitch, man, you got to tone that shit down a little bit. And I'm not telling you to just completely suppress your message and your thought. All I'm saying is just do your job. Let's just do your job. And once all that's done, once you do your job, which is winning the World Cup, winning a back-to-back World Cup, then, only then, can you start firing off. And I wouldn't care. If you started winning, and if you won, and you just flat out said, I don't want to go to the White House, I don't want to go to the fucking White House, then I'll be like, that's fine. That's totally fine, man. I mean, I have my own opinion about that, but hey, that's totally fine, okay? But, boys and girls, I mean, I got a lot of hope for the United States women's national team because I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. No, seriously, I believe that we will win. So hopefully, a match against France today will prove victorious for the ladies in the red, white, and blue. So get it, USA. Get it, ladies. Let's fucking go. So, boys and girls, I want to get to the meat of our episode today. And yes, I'm ready to just blast you motherfuckers a new one. But simultaneously, you know what? I'll say this. I had my doubts about the Lakers. And I even said, listen, I'm working off the presumption that, and I've said it on the Cruise Peruse. I've said, I'm working around the presumption that we are at $23.7 million in cap space. If that was the case, you start filling out the roster with role players, with decent role players that can come off the bench and really bolster that depth for the Lakers at relatively cheap terms with certain players. Now, the situation we got now, what happened yesterday? Woj just dropping bombs in the middle of the fucking World Cup, watching this shit, and all of a sudden, he just says, listen, guys, the Lakers did something. I thought, oh, fuck. Whenever I see Woj, Twitter, and the word Lakers, I start panicking. I start having a mild panic attack. And I remember one of the first times I got to witness this was free agency back in 2016 when we signed motherfucking Luol Deng and Timofey Mozgov to those disgusting contracts. But now it's different, boys and girls. And I know I shit talk LeBron James. But yeah, I'm not a fucking psycho. I'm not gonna say, you know what? I am a fucking psycho, and I like being a hypocrite, right? I love being a devil's advocate here, because at one point I'm screaming and ripping off my hair, cursing LeBron James. I really am. I'm ripping my hair up so much that I'm growing baldness just like him, which is ironic. You don't grow baldness, but you just force it to happen. But simultaneously, I do recognize that he's a great player. I do recognize he's a generational talent. And I also do recognize that he was the biggest fucking billboard to get all these potential moves going. And before I get ahead of myself, what actually happened yesterday was the Lakers with about $23.7 million in cap space, just about around that area. Let's just say 24, just for argument's sake, right? For argument's sake, they had $24 million in cap space. They traded away the rest of their young rosters in Isaac Bonga, Jamario Jones, Moritz Wagner, and a second-round pick, I believe in 2021, to the Washington Wizards for some cap relief. That essentially gave them $4 million of reprieve in cap space. What else happened that sent the entire internet buzzing and flaming was Anthony Davis declined his trade option. I believe it was his trade or player trade option, which was a bonus of $4 million. When that was announced, and work with me here, boys and girls, 4 million plus 24 is 32. That means our Los Angeles Lakers has now $32 million in available cap space to sign a potential max free agent as per the collective bargaining agreement for the NBA, which I really would love to read into one of these days, because I would imagine that's where all the salaries and everything is specified on there. But this is curious. Obviously, Space Jams 2 probably going to make a decent amount of money, and the salary that you have each of the actors play in, you're going to get paid a pretty handsome amount from the production company of LeBron James. So with all that, AD foregoes $4 million, and I've been hearing all these fucking idiots on sports media have the worst fucking takes, which is like, $4 million is a lot of money. You know what? For a fucking transcendent athlete like Anthony Davis, who in a small market like New Orleans was killing it in terms of how he made himself a presence. Yeah, you think $4 million is anything to that guy? Like, fucking work your goddamn brains, people. For him, it's like fucking chump change. Like, for the average Joe like you or me, right? Boys and girls, any of you watching right now thinking, oh, $4 million is a lot. Because the context of where we are and what we are. We're bang average, normal fucking people. We're not athletes. We're not superstar transcendent athletes like Anthony Davis. For a guy like him, $4 million is fucking nothing. And when that move happened, and when I saw Woj just go through this entire thread, you know what my take was? As a Lakers fan, I thought, wow, Anthony Davis is the real fucking deal. Not just the ball player, not the basketball abilities. I'm talking about team philosophy and team mentality. That, to me, speaks volumes of the leadership and the character he is bringing to this Lakers locker room. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And to even further this great day, which was yesterday, I was having a great time. Prior to the cap announcement, it was already a good time because LeBron James said he will gift the number 23 to AD. AD, who has, since he was drafted first overall by the New Orleans Pelicans 7 years ago, back in 2012, has rocked the number 23 for all those years. And because of that, an incredible gesture from LeBron James. I know it's kind of a publicity stunt in a way, but at this point with the Lakers, you need any kind of positive, notoriety. And I know that's kind of an oxymoronical thing to say, but you need any sort of positivity that you can generate for the Lakers. And so I heard people asking questions like, what number is he going to do? Is he going to... No shit, he's going to take the number 6. Like, if you're already questioning that, it's like, do you even watch basketball, dude? Like, what are you fucking doing? Stop it. Some fucking idiots say that shit. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit he's going to take number 6. Will Seattle reign? Yeah, more than likely. And LeBron James wore 23 and 6 through most of his NBA career. Right? Jesus Christ. That's why casual fans kind of just piss me off. And hey, listen, if you're a casual fan and you want to be a super fan or just a legit fan, start studying, research. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? And researching into it, you realize the Lakers roster, even with the $32 million in cap space, have a lot of question marks moving forward. Now, my ultimate wish list, with $32 million in max free agency capacity cap space, you know what the fuck I want. You know who the fuck I want. Kawhi Leonard! Seriously, if we get Kawhi Leonard, I would freak out. And I'm gonna lay this out right now, boys and girls. I don't want Kyrie Irving. I don't want D'Angelo Russell. I don't want fucking Jimmy Butler. I don't want Kevin Durant. At best, I'd take Kawhi Leonard, Klay Thompson. Honestly, the two only max free agent guys I would fucking glom onto. I would pounce at moment's notice. If the Warriors said, yeah, we're not signing Klay, get on that shit. Fucking get on that shit. Sign Klay. Sign Klay. But the Lakers have a lot to deal with. Like I said, very skeleton-looking roster. You have LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, Alex Caruso, Jonathan Williams, both on a qualifying RFA offer deal, whatever you want to call it. And I just realized I have been standing in this yellow light for no apparent reason. I could have gone, but I didn't. But that's neither here nor there, because who is also here for the Lakers? Talon Horton-Tucker, the 46 overall pick for the Los Angeles Lakers in the second, round, 46 overall pick in the second round. We also have that guard from Gonzaga, Zach Norvell Jr. Also another cat, and I apologize that I'm forgetting his name, but yeah, essentially the Lakers have 2 bench players, 3 starters, and roster depth, bench depth / G League players. This is going to be tough. This is going to be crazy to assemble a 13-man roster before the end of September, really. It's going to be curious. And like I said, boys and girls, I mean, my absolute fucking dream would be for Kawhi Leonard to come to the Lakers. And, more Woj bombs, and I believe it was Chris Haynes and shit, just talking about, the Lakers and the Clippers and the Raptors being really the only teams that Kawhi's going to meet with. And, boys and girls, I've said on this Cruise Peruse a lot of things, and most of the times I've been wrong, right? If I make some kind of prediction, a lot of times I've been wrong, and I'm okay with that. And you know what I'd be really okay with of being wrong about? Weird way to state it. Kawhi going to the Clippers. If Kawhi doesn't go to the Clippers, gives a big fucking finger to Jerry West, Doc Rivers, and all those fuckers in the Clippers organization, I'd be over the moon. And I know if that happened, obviously the sentiments come in. The Lakers are going to be the most hated team, in the league. And we just had that with the Warriors for like 5-6 years. I mean, why do we really want that? And yeah, I mean, from an objective standpoint, yeah, it would suck, because yeah, the Lakers have siphoned the best talents on their roster, siphoned all the best talents into their roster, and it would absolutely kill parity. Relatively speaking, I still believe the West is deep in terms of talent, so anything could really happen. And I really do think in these playoffs it was proven that anything can really happen. And I know people will say injuries, but simultaneously there's a lot of variables that come with it. But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you one thing. If the Lakers sign Kawhi Leonard, and if the Lakers become this horrendous empire / dynasty, you know what I would be doing? Yeah, because I'm not an objective fan. I'm not a fucking non-Lakers fan. I'm a Lakers fan. I'd enjoy every single fucking minute of it. Boys and girls, I've seen my team go through its repeat. Okay? I've seen my team go back to back. Nothing would bring me more joy, more sadistic joy, than watching the Lakers dominate for years to come. Because at the end of the day, I only love my team, not all of yours. Right? So, with all that said, boys and girls, as a Lakers fan, I'm very excited as to see what we're going to be able to do. I'm hoping to the gods, to Basketball Jones, that we can sign Kawhi Leonard, because think about this. Let's think about this. LeBron James has about, 3 years left on his contract now? Once LeBron gets to that point of, all right, he might not be able to play, if we have locked in Anthony Davis and Kawhi Leonard in long-term contracts, which is probably 4 or 5 years, imagine just years of having those two guys. Lakers Nation, can you fucking imagine if we had Anthony Davis and Kawhi Leonard for 4 fucking years? The defense and offense would just be orgasmic. So that's my ultimate hope, boys and girls. I know we covered a lot. We got the U.S. Women's National Team quarterfinal today, so that's going to be fun. More Lakers shit, more NBA shit. We're going to be on the lookout on the next Cruise Peru. So, boys and girls, follow me at the Sky Lounge on the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents from me and the puppies. Now, fuck off.